Hi guys, it's Marty here. Just wanted to do a little video about my upcoming adventure. It is 23rd of February 2017, and I am leaving to go through hike the Appalachian Trail in about a week, leaving next Friday. Most of you know, I think some of you know, I was laid off from phone company after 19 and a half years, and I decided that, well, I've always actually kind of said to myself that if I ever got laid off from work, I would try to hike the Appalachian Trail. And I just finished school, just completed my degree in cybersecurity this month actually, and so I've been planning this trip since November when I was laid off. Been gathering my gear, doing some practice hikes, just doing a trial run on my gear, make sure everything works and everything. I know how to use everything. Matter of fact, a lot of people have been asking me about gear and about food and stuff, and I'm going to make a video about my gear after this one. So y'all, if you're interested, you can check out and see what long distance hikers carry these days. Everybody tries to go ultra light and go light. They say basically 35-pound pack is about what you want. I think I'm right around there. I didn't go ultra light. I did spend some money on some lightweight gear just to be comfortable and to basically, ounces turn to pounds, as the saying goes, when you're going up and down mountains. Every little bit of weight counts. So I'll go through the gear in a little bit, another video. Another thing about the trail itself, the Appalachian Trail is about close to 2,200 miles long. I think it sits at 2189 at the present time. It changes a little bit from year to year, depending on if they're doing maintenance, or I think there was, well, everybody knows there were some fires last year that may or may not have caused the trail to change somewhat. I haven't got information on that just yet, but things like that, it averages right close to 2,200 miles. It's a lot of elevation change. I want to say I've read that there's about 450 something thousand feet of elevation change along the trail. The trail starts in Springer Mountain, Georgia, which is just northwest of Atlanta, and it ends up in Katahdin, Maine. Springer is near LJ, I believe. So basically, we'll drive up next Friday and spend a day. They have like a opening kind of ceremony. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it's that weekend. They have vendors come in. They just kind of have seminars, I believe, about history of the trail and things like that. But I will leave on Sunday. Actually, the approach trail is about 9 miles to get up to the southern terminus from Emicole Falls, and I'll be staying there Friday and Saturday night, and then taking the approach trail up on Sunday. I'm planning to do it in about 5 months, just under 5 months, primarily because I plan this trip with some good friends of mine to Sturgis this year. I usually go about every 5 years, so it's about time to get back to Sturgis, and that's in the 1st of August, so I need to be done with trail hopefully by the 1st of August. Most people do it, and it'll take around 6 months to do it. Most people leave in mid-March to all the way to mid-April if they're going northbound. Some people do a southbound from Maine to Georgia. They start much later in the year because it's just actually the trail isn't even open that far north this early in the year because of weather. I think most people that do a southbound start in June or later, maybe later than that. And they have what they call flip-flop hikers as well, and those are guys that start somewhere in the middle. I think usually Damascus is a starting point, and then they'll go north, and then they'll either fly or drive back to the south and go north, or they'll go back to Virginia and go south. Just some combination of, north and south and flip-flop around. But I'm doing the standard south to north. I will be taking all my gear with me. I'll be resupplying in towns about every 5 days is my plan. I don't really have any set plans of like, I can tell you where I'm going to be in 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now. It just depends on how my body's holding up and how the weather is. This time of year, it could be 60 degrees, it could be, for a high, it could be, 40, 30 degrees for a high. It could be snowing, it could be sleeting, it could be raining. So those kind of factors will slow me down or speed me up, however you want to look at it. Everyone says start out doing 5-6 miles a day, and I am absolutely going to start out at that pace. I'm pushing 50 years old here, so I'm not in any hurry to run up and down these hills 20 miles a day. Eventually I will work up to 20 miles a day, especially in the northern parts where it gets a little flatter and the weather's a little nicer. Absolutely be doing 20 miles, but you got to work up to it. So I'll do 5-6 miles a day and resupply. Like I said, go into town about every 5 days. You can get into town, I think, in the southern part every day or few days if you wanted to. They're close enough. I'm staying out of towns intentionally just to save money primarily, plus the fact that you've got to get down to the towns, which usually involves some kind of hitchhiking, or you got to catch a shuttle, or if you want to hike, if the town's 9 miles away, you got to hike 18 miles if you want to do that. So don't plan on doing a lot of hiking into towns. Probably going to catch rides from people, catch just hitchhike, or there's a lot of shuttle services. These towns obviously are very familiar with thru hikers, and they actually cater to them, and so it's not unusual for them people live in the towns to see dirty, stinky hikers out on the side of the road trying to hitch a ride. So very common. The part about saving money in town is because when you go into town, I'm going to want restaurant food, I'm going to want a bed, I want a shower, all the comforts of home kind of thing. And it costs. I have a comfortable tent, and I have hopefully a comfortable sleep pad. I spend a little bit of money on the pad, just try to get comfortable sleep. So I just need to get into town about every 5 days to resupply my food. I think I'm going to make a little video on what kind of food I carry as well, but a lot of it is just kind of garbage food. It's high carbohydrate, high calorie, lightweight, starchy, cheap, inexpensive, lightweight type foods. And 90% of what I've planned on carrying I can get at the dollar store. And if the towns up there, like the towns down here in Florida, there's the dollar store in every 3 miles. Every town you go into, there's a dollar store. And I'll make a video about the food if anybody's interested. Also, when you get into town, I'll be trying to stay in hostels, which are the cheapest option. Or sometime, if the weather's nice and there's a nice campsite, I may just throw up a tent. But in the hostels, they can run from $15 all the way up. I mean, they can be really expensive, but for the most part, they're very inexpensive, around $15 to $20 a night. And basically, it's a bunk room, and you're sleeping with, or you're sharing a bunkhouse with other individuals. And most time, they give you shower facilities and maybe even laundry facilities included with the price. If I don't stay in the hostel, they usually do let you, for like a $5 fee, you can use the shower and the laundry. So that'll save on hotel fees. I will be getting restaurant food. I'm probably getting a beer or two when I get into town, and probably spend the night. Most towns I'll probably get a bed for the night, and then get back on the trail the next day. There are days where if I get into town and there's interesting places to see, I'll probably take a day or two and check out the town and just kind of do a little sightseeing, whatever looks interesting. I'm really on no set schedule other than trying to be done in 5 months. I have a lot of people that I've talked to about it that are interested in doing it. I was actually surprised. I was shocked. I didn't think a lot of people knew about people that hiked the entire Appalachian Trail. I knew about it because when I was a kid, I was in Scouts. Our scout troop would go down every year, every summer, and we would pack in to the Smoky Mountain National Park and hike for about a week up and off the trail, basically. We didn't really hike on the Appalachian Trail, but we were off the side trails, the Blue Blaze, and that's 30 plus years ago, and that's where I got my interest in hiking and the Appalachian Trail. Just always loved being out in the Smoky Mountains and just being out in nature. And we had a blast when we were scouts. We'd find rivers and go jump in the freezing cold water. Just being outdoors and camping and fires and campfires. But on the Appalachian Trail, there are shelters, some very close to each other. I think you can find a shelter all the way through the trail every 5 or 6 miles, maybe even closer than that in other places. I don't really plan on staying in shelters because they have a tendency to be kind of crowded sometimes. They also have a tendency to have a lot of rodents. People don't really secure their food properly, and it attracts the rodents. And they will get into your pack, and they will get into your food, and generally just become a nuisance. So there's going to be days where if it's just raining for 2 days, 3 days, and I'm wet and trying to maybe just get out of the weather, I may stay in there some. But basically, I'm going to tent it. I kicked around the idea of taking a tent hammock, or a hammock tent, whatever you want to call it. I actually decided against it for a couple reasons. One, I want to keep my pack inside the tent with me. I didn't want to have to hang it outside or hang it below the hammock or whatever. And then also, there's some alpine areas in the northern part of the trail that basically there's no trees above the tree line, obviously. So at that case, you would be, I guess you would just have to use your hammock as kind of like just a ground mat or whatever. But I like the idea of having the screen. I got a Lightheart tent, which has integrated rain fly and the screen and everything, and it goes up really quick. You can actually put it up easily in the rain. You just stake out 4 corners, jump inside, and you use your trekking poles as your tent poles, and you're up and out of the rain. So it's really light tent. Obviously, it's brand new, and it weighs under 2 pounds, I think. I'll go over it with my gear video. But that's really about it. Like I said, I'm leaving in about a week, leaving the 1st of March. Hope I didn't bore the shit out of you guys. Oh, I wanted to bring up one other thing. There's a group I looked at. I'm really excited about meeting these guys. It's a non-for-profit. It's called Warrior Hike. It was started, I believe, I can't remember his name. He was an Iraqi war vet. He came back from a tour, had some issues he was dealing with, and decided to hike on the trail, and realized that it was very therapeutic for him, and basically started this veterans non-for-profit for returning combat vets. Go check them out. I'll try to post a link on this video, but I think if you just type in Warrior Hike in your browser address line, you'll find them. These guys, they don't, not only do they do hikes, but they also do bicycling excursions, floats, and they don't just do the AT, the Appalachian Trail. They also do all the major trails, the Pacific Crest Trail. They do the Florida Trail. So they're leaving the middle of March, and I'm hoping to meet up with these guys. I like to just hang out with them, drink a beer with them or something. They're leaving, like I said, middle of March, so I'll be ahead of them. So I may just yellow blaze it back somewhere at some point and meet them, and then get back on my trail, on my hike. But go check them out. If you guys want to help fund them, they're privately funded individuals, and they also have sponsors that they provide these guys and it's not just Iraq OIF guys. I think they do Vietnam, any combat vet. They sponsor these guys. They give them gear. They give them a monthly stipend, and they just get them out there, and I think they even do some mentoring and maybe some counseling. I'm not 100% not sure on that, but I talked to the guy several times, and he seems like a really solid guy. And it looks to be like a great organization. So if you guys want to go check them out, maybe support them financially. I have done that myself, and I'm going to see if I can get my chapter to maybe kick in some financial support for them guys as well when I meet them. Guys, have any questions, man? Hit me up. I think I'm gonna post this on YouTube if I can figure out how to do that, and maybe Facebook. And look for my other videos. I bought a camera. It's a Kodak SP360. It's kind of like a GoPro, but it was a lot cheaper. And it had good reviews, so and I got it even half price from the normal retail price. So hopefully I'll be taking it with me and making some videos and taking some pictures and posting them when I do get into town, and when I have a way to charge my electronics and have internet service, and I'll post some videos, and that way you guys can kind of keep track of where I am and where I'll be. When I get into town, I'll pretty much know where I'll be stopping the next week, at least close to it. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next video.